YouTube, it's Rain here, and I just wanted to go into a bit of an interesting conversation involving the cons limited format. In particular, sideboarding lands, and when you should do it, and what it means, and just why it's important. So, taking a look at the common lands that you'll have a lot of, or at least a good amount of, they come into play tapped, they add 2 different colors of mana, and they gain you a life when they enter the battlefield, which isn't very important. But there are situations where if you're playing at 10 or more of these come into play taps lands, including these tricolor lands, there can be some aggressive decks where you're actually going to want to side some of these out and put in some basics. Just the ability for you to hit your land drops, I would say against a really aggressive deck you should play about 7 of the come into play tapped lands at most. But the ability of your deck to be able to hit the land drops, play them untapped so you can get even just low drop bodies down so you can trade off early is really, really important. So if you have too many that comes into tapped lands, some of your creatures can get out a turn later. They can have tempo plays. They can have ways to take advantage of you for playing your creatures past when they're supposed to be played or supposed to. So just keep this in mind. And the same goes in reverse. If you're playing less comes into play tapped lands because you don't think your aggro matchup is very good, and you have some in the sideboard, you can start putting them in exchange for basics against slow decks. So that's another thing about Cons Limited. It's going to make it great, and just remember, have some lands in the sideboard if your deck feels like there would be a situation where you would need those basics, if you can afford to play those basics. Yeah, so just a bit more of a discussion and just more hype for this concept, because sideboarding lands and the thought process that goes behind it is really, really cool for a set to have. Thanks for watching this quick video, and can't wait for the pre-release. Have a great day.